What's going on, YouTube citizens, my subscribers and friends? Back once again to of course share information, keeping y'all updated, giving y'all insight, the current events of the world, about love and relationships. Just so many revelations poured out to me from God that I come on here and share them. And as y'all see, it's definitely reality because I'm sure a lot of you that watch my videos come in contact or encounter the things I speak about, whether it's newspaper articles, everyday life, overhearing it from other people's conversations, somebody you close to, it comes from their mouth, from their heart. You never know how God will reach out to confirm the things that's being spoken to you, whether it's through from me, whether it's through scripture, whichever angle he decides to, give you confirmation on what's being spoken. So it's definitely true, definitely real. And that's why I keep coming on here, so y'all can keep experiencing and keep witnessing and seeing that we definitely in the last days. It's definitely real, and clock is ticking. But anywho, prophecy and politics, I wanted to come on here and give y'all an update on that. I recently did a video and it seems something blanked out on my screen, so I want to reset and start over again. But getting right to it. Now, Obama is going to win again, point blank. And I guess I'm going to label this segment that Obama will win a second term. Because giving you the, of course, the rundown or whatnot, Newt is ahead currently in the Republican Party by a few points. But what's damaging Newt is he has a history of affairs with his wives. So by having a history of affairs and they doing the research and the facts prove to be true, that's what damaged Newt a little bit. But he's more favored than Romney and Herman Cain. Also with Newt is, one, he is not as appealing to the youth. It's the youth that put Obama in the Oval Office, and whoever can win the strength of the youth can win the Oval Office. But as long as Obama has the support of the youth, that's going to be a tough, tough challenge. It's going to be a real tough challenge to try to win Oval Office without the support of the youth. Because when it comes time for voting again in re-elections, and Obama still has the support of the youth, no Republican can stand against that. No Republican has a chance of taking the place of Obama when he has the support of the youth. So this one right there, Newt is appealing to radicals, people in the age group, the 50s and up. As far as the 40s and down, 40s, 30s, 20s, who is Newt? But 50s and up is a little more, related to Newt than 40 on down. So, people up in the 40s, a few might be extremely familiar with Newt, but very few. The percentage is very little. As far as with Romney, if Romney, wasn't so evasive on his faith, as far as him being a Mormon, then the evangelicals are automatically being a palm of Romney's hand. They're automatically following his lap because they see how supportive he is of his faith. So by being grounded in his faith, that will win the strength automatically of evangelicals. But because he's evasive, Romney seems more like a bandwagoner, hopping from place to place in order to win the support of the people. And a lot of politicians bandwagon, but by people attacking your faith, there's a strong point. There's something that Romney could, help to ignite his campaign. That's something he can branch off of to boost himself higher by showing how grounded he is and what he believes and defending his faith by teaching the principles and concepts of his faith. But by him being evasive and not just speaking too much on it, that right there hurts him and makes him seem untrustworthy and unstable, that one minute he over here, one minute he over there. One minute I'm a politician, one minute I'm talking about business, one minute I'm talking about faith. Unstable. and also the cockiness with him, in the business world, and how successful apparently he is in businesses, and he makes a bet, you know, on one of the forums or whatnot, and talking about I bet 10 grand, about something that was argued about. I kind of missed it. I saw the back end of it. But him making a $10,000 bet showing cockiness, and that right there, no. Humble and mature is what wins an election. And those were key characteristics Obama had, the reason he won over Hillary. Because Hillary kept lashing out at Obama and constantly attacking Obama. And she wasn't focused on herself. She wasn't focusing on her own campaign. She kept on Obama, 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 trying to discredit Obama. While Obama went focused on attacking Hillary, Obama was just focused on his campaign. And he was coming off humble and mature. So by him coming off that way, that's what caused people to admire Obama's character a lot more than Hillary's. Even though Hillary was a lot more known than Obama, Obama's character was a lot better than Hillary's. And that's what caused a lot of people to shift. She was having PMS on the campaign trail, and Obama was kind of like a sailboat, just going off smooth, not letting it bother him, not letting it affect him. And that's what caused the shift. So, I already spoke on Newt about what damages Newt. I already spoke on Romney about being evasive of his faith, being two-faced. You got to flip a coin on which side he going to be on. And Herman Cain, I think, pretty much was racism, because as soon as Herman Cain tried to shift in first gear, the wrench got through in his clutches about him having an affair with some white woman. So, and that right there, he happened to defend himself, having press conferences or whatnot. And if you listen to Herman Cain, as you can see, he appears to be no fool. He's very intellectual, educated. It's just now this is more like a distraction. That was a distraction from Herman Cain by him entertaining it, and by him entertaining it, which I understand he didn't want to make it seem like it was true by not speaking on it. So he wanted to speak up to defend himself. But because of the hatred toward Obama, that's what also damages Herman Cain, regardless of his credentials, regardless how educated and intellectual he is. Because you got radical white supremacists that grew up in the 50s and 60s during the civil rights movement and suppression and depression. That what hurts Herman Cain, no matter how qualified he is, because of you have so much hatred toward Obama, and people want to get Obama out of office, not just because the things they accuse Obama of doing, or accuse Obama at failing it, but mainly because Obama's skin complexion. Because Bush was doing a whole lot worse. Bush the one decided to go into war. Obama came in on the back end. He inherited a lot of America's problems, and now they're trying to blame him for America's problems. And I know the stimulus packages, that right there kind of drained America a little more, because of course it takes money to fix damages. So that right there, when people say, how Obama putting us even more debt, he increasing the deficit. Well, people, it takes money to fix damages. How else you going to fix damages without money? You need money to fix damages. If you don't have, people can participate, but when it comes to materials and all this other stuff, whatever it is needed, weaponry, materials, more employees, whatever the project is, whatever the accomplishment, is going to take money. So, of course, Obama assuming the stimulus packages will help pay for a lot of damages up in America. Now, I'm not defending them or supporting them. I'm just calling it like it is. Truth does not take sides. It stands on its own. I remember saying that a while ago in one of my segments, but it still stands. So, now, like I said, Herman Cain, they threw a wrench because of the hatred. That's what damages Herman, spoke what damages Romney, what damages New. John McCain is pretty much out of it. John McCain had his share, he had his run, and because his campaign was staggering towards the end of his campaign trail, him trying to run again, he wouldn't have that much support. Now, if he came off with strength at the end of the campaign trail, where he had a lot of support, then he can run again because he can just, continue where he left off at because he know he'll have that same support that he had when he was running against Obama. But because his support was weakening and he had less and less supporters, that's why John McCain does not have a chance again to try to run. Now, Palin had a whole lot of support, but mostly with women. And that right there won't work because we saw what Hillary went through. Hillary tried that already. So if Palin tried to run, she'll go through the same opposition as Hillary from a majority of men in this country. So a lot of men like, hey, like I said before, I already having problems with my wife or girlfriend or whoever trying to be the head over me, and I'm definitely not going to have a woman trying to be the head over me in this country. So Palin, like I said, go through the same opposition. Now, Ron Paul. Ron Paul would definitely, if I was to pick, if I was into it, but I'm going out prophecy. But if I was to say who would be a better candidate or representative of the Republican Party is Ron Paul. If you listen to Ron Paul, a lot of stuff he talk about, Ron Paul educated, Ron Paul seemed humble. So why would people aim at New? That right there don't make sense to me. It's like Ron Paul definitely has a lot of support. But because the Republicans know Ron Paul is kind of like that movie Mr. Jefferson Goes to Washington. Ron Paul for the right thing, and a lot of the Republicans are kind of the under the table, back alley cats. Not really for integrity or what's right, but really for what they can benefit off of. Republicans like, a couple of street thugs in a back alley shooting dice. That's how they are. Ron Paul, he not the gambler. So since Ron Paul not the gambler, that's why the Republican Party wouldn't want Ron Paul as their representative. So it's like, nah, Ron, you stay back. You're not part of the club. If you was part of the club and think the way we think and act the way we act, then we'll have you as the representative. But since you're not part of the club, no, we choose New. New to Romney. They two-facers, they backsliders. You for the right thing. But Ron Paul, like I said, I think would definitely be a good candidate. But once again, it goes back to the support of the youth. Who can win the youth? That's Obama's strength, is the youth when it comes time for voting. And the youth is going to automatically get him the upper hand in a popular vote. He's going to automatically win a popular vote when it comes to youth. Super delegates, electorals, once again, what they going to weigh it on is what has Obama accomplished, what has he not accomplished, and Obama has been accomplishing a lot of things in his term. Now, a lot of people disagree with the stimulus, the job losses, but he is passing plans to try to make jobs and all that. He is making attempts. He's making attempts, so those are strong points as well that Republicans have to look at, that they can't beat. So when it comes to trying to discredit Obama, the thing, how can they? What would they have to try to discredit him when he trying to accomplish everything that he promised? And a majority of things he accomplished so far. Like I said, making healthcare affordable, Obamacare, making homes more affordable so it won't be no more foreclosures. Because ever since Freddie Um, what's his Freddie Mac and Annie Mae? Ever since that situation, a lot of foreclosures, insurance companies, and all that, you know, was happening. It was a whole big tangle, big mess. And now you got homes starting to be more affordable because real estate, is going downhill because of job losses. So because of job losses, people really can't afford these rates that they putting on these loans. That's what's causing them to sell homes for a lower price. So things are a lot more affordable because of the crisis. Because of recession, things are starting to become more affordable because these companies and businesses trying to keep from going under. So in order to keep from going under, they have to lower prices, lower interest rates. Make loans more affordable by lowering interest rates, where it won't take as long or take as much out of the people's pocket when paying back a loan. So it goes deep. The rabbit hole goes deep. But yeah. So like I said, Obamacare, the most like significant thing Obama did in his term right now, which the Republicans are up against, is bringing the troops back home. He got the troops back home. Bush didn't have the troops back home in his term. Obama did. Bush didn't. That's significant. He has the troops back. Now, technically, in reality, not all of them. Of course, you still have some over there remaining, in military bases. Of course, keeping an eye on things. But a majority of them are back. So that's a significant thing, and that's something they're up against. So when Obama started laying out his cards, when they get ready to play poker on the campaign trail, when they get ready to play poker, he either have four of a kind or royal flush because of all the things he accomplished so far. So unless they can use something or find something against him that would damage his reputation or would make him look bad, then that will increase their chances of winning. But because he accomplished a lot so far, he's still trying to carry out everything he promised, regardless of what's going on with the Republicans. There's a whole lot to go up against. You see how Obama's going to win, how it's in his favor. So what's going to happen, because it being in his favor, and that's a lot to go up against, is, of course, Republicans don't want to be out of power again. They don't want another 4 years of the Democrats being in power. So Obama's chances increase, seeing that he's about to get ready to be president again. It's going to be another 4 years of Democrats. That's when the attempt is going to come. That's when the attempt is going to come, and somebody going to try to take him out. Hadn't forgot about that. Spoke this way earlier in my channel. That's what it's all about. Probably keeping you aware, keeping you alert. But yeah, somebody going to try to make an attempt to take him out, because from the Republican Party, out of the Republican Party. Matter of fact, this is in the Apocrypha. You can read it in 2nd Esdras chapter 14, I believe. If you read about America's fall in Apocrypha, I'm speaking and teaching about that, about the prophecy of the Antichrist and about the two parties, left wing, right wing. You can read about that. Just like how they're speaking today, from the right wing, from the left wing, you can read it in the Apocrypha. But like I said, somebody gonna try to take them out, and all hell gonna break loose in this country. People are already chaos. It's already riots, in Oakland, and you got different events and tragedies happening in America. And it's gonna get a whole lot worse when they try to take Obama out. It's gonna get a whole lot worse. It's gonna turn into a police state all over the country, because people are already frustrated and upset now. But the Muslims here, yeah, with what's labeled as Muslim Americans, they are going to get highly aroused and highly upset, and that's when the suicide bombs and car bombers going to be all over the place. It's because they fellow brethren whom they are comfortable with, the reason they over here now and living so comfortably amongst us, has been slaughtered or been attempted to be slaughtered or murdered, and that's going to upset them and tick them off. The people over in the Middle East, which is supposed to be allies, because right now they talking about America being allies with Iraq, and what more perfect person would be suitable to be a representative of this country as far as being allies with the Middle East, because Obama grew up in the Middle East, Indonesia, predominantly Muslim, knows the language, knows the Quran. So in order for that, I guess, friendship or alliance to be formed, if you kill the key person to form that alliance, then that's going to break ties with the Middle East. So breaking ties with the Middle East, because killing the key person to form that alliance with the Middle East, that's going to cause hatred and resentment towards this country, and they going to pull out. And then China, of course, still wanting money, and Russia, is a big best friend of China, and Iran is a supporter of China, because Iran doing business with China, because China making nukes for Iran, and Iran selling them cheap oil. Then North Korea, Kim Jong-un, not so fascinated with this country either. So the four beasts, as it talks about in Daniel, you see where I'm going. I already spoke on this in the segment, but yeah. So he's going to win again. He's going to win again. Folks in the Republican Party ain't going to like it. A lot of radical racists in this country not going to like it. And they're going to try to get rid of him. And when they do, all hell going to break loose. And you might as well go to the pawn shop and, get as much ammunition as you can and get as many guns as you can, because you're going to have people that's going to go literally insane. So you're going to have to definitely be prepared, be armed, get ready to defend yourself, because they're going to go nuts. So, as always, just giving you the heads up, and as y'all have already been seeing, you're going to see Obama going to win again. There's nobody eligible in the Republican Party that can match up against him. He still has strength, regardless of all these, remarks and slurs you starting to hear now. Oh, Obama's a good president. First, everybody hated him. Now you starting to hear people say, oh, Obama's a good president. He still got a lot of strengths. So it's not going to be easy for them to just take him out and remove him just like that. Trust me, he still has a lot of strength, and I just revealed a lot of the strengths he has. So just thought I'd share once again and keep you updated, keep you posted. So until then, of course, peace be unto you in Christ for life.